It's Duelist pack time! Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more excellent news. So we got some card pictures revealed last night, which is going to set the stage for the Duelist pack, which is actually, I'm excited for this. So effects sold separately, but that's fine. We got some of the beautiful art here, and I just wanted to show this off. Look at this, all right? Yeah, this is basically your Clear Wing monster, by the way. So we have Crystal Wing, we have Clear Wing Fast Dragon, we have Clear Wing Dragon. So, like, you already know what you're going to be sitting on here is going to be a beautiful power-up. So, a monster that can power up the deck of Hugo. Now, as many of you would know, Hugo here, he is our protagonist. He's one of the good guys from Arc V. He's, spoiler alert, he's one of the, 4 pieces that combine together for, like, the dimensional gate and things like that. Now, the thing that you would know Hugo most for here is going to be, that's right, Speedroids. Alright? The interesting thing is, like, we don't have a boss monster by the name of Crystal Wing or something crystal or fast, Speedroid. Like, Crystal Wing has never had that extension on his name. So we could actually be looking at, well, you know, with this being the first possible Speedroid-esque clear monster. I'm not too sure if we're going to go too deep into that lore, though, but it is going to be a wing dragon or something. Wouldn't it be cool if it was Speedroid Wing Synchro Dragon or something? I do like how both of these end up having the stupid wing in the name. So possible interactions here, at least with past Speedroid support. You're definitely probably either going to be looking at a possible level 7 or level 8, or the trend that we've been doing recently here. We could be going for a level 10 or something else in the archetype ranged power. Because if you guys noticed recently, the big hype trend was we've been going back and we've been redoing these synchros. Blood Rose Dragon's a level 10 now, okay, for some reason. The new Stardust is what, like a level 12? So they are taking these older base synchros at this point in time. We're making them slightly easier to summon, and we're giving them additional support to push towards that higher end boss monster at this point in time. So I'm expecting this will probably be another evolution to, well, I mean, it's obviously going to be an evolution to Clear Wing at this point in time, but you're going to expect more in-house Speedroid synergy here, which the good news with this is that this basically did confirm that we are going to be getting Speedroid support, because when they just said Duelist pack, Duelist of the Whirlwind, we were kind of like, oh, is this going to be more my support, you know, like Harpies for the 18th time? Well, luckily not. Speedroid Duelist out there are going to get that big power-up that they've so desperately needed. Now, this next one caught me off guard here, actually. This is going to be Lyrilusc support for the most part here. So this is going to be used to power up Brewery's deck. Now, if you guys know, or Lulu Obsidian, thank you for English naming here. But for those of you that, once again, we got another Arc V. This is what, his sister, if I recall correctly here, from, I believe was the Exceed universe or something like that. But Lyrilusc is a Lyrilusc deck that incorporates blah blah blah, the level 1, the level 3. You guys know how good this stuff is right now in Bird Up. So, interesting enough here, we're now going to be getting Lyrilusc support at this point in time. But the biggest concern that I have here with this is Lyrilusc from the anime only ever had 2 appearances. All right, like they're big monsters were Independent Nightingale and Assembled Nightingale. And what you're telling me here is whatever we're getting here in terms of a big, cool boss monster, this thing is going to be, is it going to be a synchro or is it going to be a link monster? Because where I'm sitting right now for this, we already have a big fusion, and see, fusion? And we already have one big Exceed monster, which were our win conditions. So are we going to get something that will bridge the gap for this? Or are we going to try to engineer this and give Lyrilusc a Synchro monster? I'm hoping that we're not getting a Synchro monster for Lyrilusc. I guess there's potential for that. But honestly, looking at this, I'd be hoping that we'd be pushing more towards something like a Link monster or some sorts here. Because, yes, they do have amazing synergy to turbo things out, but a generic Wind Link monster, something that's like one Lyrilusc. Well, that might be a little bit too much, pushing it there. One Lyrilusc, or you can use 2+ or something like that. You gotta stick to the Lyrilusc theme at this point in time, because all the Lyrilusc monsters all have that basic ability of, if you have X plus materials to it, you get extra things. Like, that was the cool thing with the Exceed monster, right? You can just attach on how many you want, and you're good to go. So, I'm really hoping here, in all honesty, that whatever we do with this, I hope it's going to be generic to some degree. It would be very interesting to know if they would just make this like a big effect monster too. That's something else I didn't really realize. If we actually push the bill here with this, and we just make this a more basic effect monster, like tribute 2 Lyrilusc monsters to special summon it, or banish 2 from your graveyard to summon it, I could see that actually. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a really, really weird time constructing weird boss monsters like that in general. So, 2 power-ups straight out of frickin' Arc V, alright? So, there is some love, though, here for the last one. So, if you guys don't know, this one is actually really cool, alright? You might recognize this and be like, is that Chevalier de Fleur? Yes and no. So, this is going a monster that can power up the deck of Shuri LeBlanc. Now, for those of you that might be reminiscing about the good old days of 5Ds here, she was a turbo duelist of French origin during the WGP arc, and she didn't really get a lot of screen time, actually. Like, they made her kind of feel important, and then I feel like they kind of just tossed her aside here. Alright, now, I don't know if you guys have ever looked at her turbo deck, but there's one big thing that she had that you might recognize here, and this was Fleur D. Chevalier. Remember, we got this as a frickin' promo out of a Tag Force game, alright? And you guys have been seeing that this has been going up for a little while now. Our other boss monster was Centria. Mina. Once during each of your turns, you can negate the activation of an opponent's trap card and return it to its original position. Summoning conditions are Sacred Knight, Spearholder, and a Horse of Floral Knights. Now, I think the biggest thing I remember from this was like the Sacred Knight Joanne, which got released as, I think it's a Noble Knight actually in terms of translation. But you see that and you're like, okay, cool. So you can send this card from your hand, field to the graveyard tab, one equip spell from your deck to your hand. That seems so bad. Alright, Shield Bearer here, you can remove from play one Sacred monster from your graveyard to draw a card. Man, whatever is going on here with this, I really do hope that we get some cool power-ups. Floor Guard, it's like one face-up monster you control is turn cannot be destroyed by battle. Oh my god, these cards are so basic. Horse of the Floral Knights, when this card's normal summon, you can draw a card. Alright, well that seems fine at the end of the day. But do you see the difference here? We're going back to a 5... These cards almost feel like they're as weak as the Crocodile cards and the Fossil cards. So whatever you're expecting here from this, I would expect massive power-ups. Hey, look at this. This was another promo that we got that didn't really get much of an upgrade. I guess we're really going to have to make some cool monsters here for this. Apprentice Knight, a girl who rushed to the battlefield due to her father's illness. No one has noticed she's actually a woman. Huh. A level 2 normal monster. That'd be a little interesting thing to kind of push on in here. Archetype support. That's interesting. And of course, Floor Synchron never really had much of a place in this deck. It's so weird. So, big news here is you can pretty much expect that Floor Synchron is about to get an upgrade here in the most part. I'm actually really interested to see, though, that we've basically said that Fleur D. Chevalier is her boss monster, but this was like the only wind monster she actually played. But yeah, like the Centaur here is like light. So our boss monster is going to be wind for that. We're going to give her wind support, but you're probably going to use Fleur D. Chevalier to some degree with that. This support might be cursed for Sherry. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But of these 3 that's to come, what are you guys super most excited about to be seeing from this Duelist pack? I love when we get cool power-ups for this, and I'm super excited to see what's going to come. So guys, make sure you leave a comment down below. And of course, if you guys aren't subscribed, smash the ever-living crap out subscribe button. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day. Or some more cool, awesome content. Yeah, cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.